Hey, Marty Luquette here from That Sports Couple. You know, Lori always talks about, oh, Marty's got all these stories. Well, I've got a few, but probably the most famous one I ever had was when I was at Old Perry Walker back in the mid '80s, when I had a player who had a glass eye. I didn't find that out till tryouts. He's out there on the first day with all the kids, and one of the kids said, "Coach, you know that guy's got a glass eye. He's only got one eye." And I said, "Oh, wait." So I ran in, I stopped him. I couldn't have him trying out. What if he got hit in his only good eye, and then he was blind? So I said, no, you can't do this. He said, "Oh, my dad says it's okay. Matter of fact, he's going to be here in a little while." I said, well, let's talk to your dad when he gets here. So the player's dad got there, and we talked, and we decided we'd get him one of those masks. We were the first back when they were clear and plexiglass, and so we got him one of those, and he went on to play. And he was a right-handed. I made him turn around and hit left-handed because his good eye the only eye he had was his right eye. So I thought he could see better, and he worked at it, and he got better. And he was a vital part of our program because he worked so hard and he cared so much about Old Perry Walker that the kids loved him, and he got into the blowouts and stuff. So he had a few. Matter of fact, the senior year he had about 370 in blowouts. So he had a nice career, and he was very excited. But one day he's at school, and he gets into with some kids, and they catch him in the stairwell, and they're hitting on him, and he pops his eye out, and he goes, "Man, y'all knocked my eye out." Well, shoot, they freaked out and they ran off, and so he's telling me the story, and I said, "You can do that easy?" And he said, yeah, it's that easy. I said, "Oh, well, we're gonna have to use this because this is just too good to be true." So late in the season, we had an umpire we used to get a lot. His name was Don Pretty. He's passed away since then, but Don worked a lot of our games, and Don was very tough. If you turned and looked at him, he would want to throw you out. So we had to make sure our players, hey, don't ever look back at him, So on this day, I chose in a blowout. I said, "Warren, I want you to go up there. I want you to take the first pitch, and I want you to turn on him." And he goes, "What?" And I said, "And when you do, he's going to yell at you, and I want you to put your head down. I want you to pop your eye out and tell him, 'Coach says you need this more than me.'" He goes, "Oh, I can't do that, Coach. He's going to throw me out. My mom will go crazy." I said, "He's not going to throw you out. He's going to throw me out." So sure enough, late in the game, he goes up there. First pitch is nose high. You're in that 10-run strike zone. Don rings him strike one. And he turns on him, and Don looks at him like, "What?" And he pops his eye out, holds it out to him. Don jumps back. "Oh, shit," And he goes, "Coach says you need this more than I do." And then he realized what was going on. He turned around, and I was heading through the dugout waving at him. I was laughing so hard. And he got a big chuckle out of it, too. So it became famous around the Umpires Association about this story about the glass eye and Don getting that from me. I was doing recreation. It was about 10 years later, and it came out in the paper. One of the writers was doing an interview with umpires, and they asked for funny stories, and this one came out. So it's one of the New Orleans traditions. It's one of the big stories, one of the funniest things, and it really was hilarious. So we enjoyed it. Come back. I'll be telling more stories. I don't know if they'll all be as funny as that, but you're welcome. Hey, That Sports Couple loves you, baby. Come on back.